I'm gonna kill now. Now?
Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Baldur's Gate 2, the Enhanced Edition, The Shadows of Arm. And where last we left off, is it just me, or are Dilbert's shoes red when they weren't before? I think part of the colour scheme of his clothing is changing every time you load the game, and I can't imagine why. I don't think any other NPCs have this happen to them. Either way, we're here in the Umar Hills, which has a lot of problems. The village of Imsvale has had an influx of refugees from the surrounding farmlands because something is attacking and killing the farmers. Nobody's quite sure if it's wolves, the ogres that have recently moved in, or Umar herself somehow returned from the dead, exacting some terrible vengeance upon everyone. What I do know is that we're likely not going to be delving too deeply into this quest line right now, because we're here to look for Valygar. Valygar is someone that a Cowled Wizard is very interested in talking to, and it's quite likely that we're not going to be able to bring him in alive. The Cowled Wizard does preferably want him alive, but I don't think, considering what we know, that Valygar will come quietly. It is getting dark here though, and whatever's out there is likely not going to be friendly to us, so we best move quickly if we're going to find Valygar. There are a few minor quests you can pick up here. One of them is giving Dilbert and his friends Volspan and Nelda some weapons and ale. We're still not going to be doing that. They're going to stay there until we either agree or we threaten them to go away. We're just going to leave them to it. There is also Jeb. Jeb is someone you want to talk to if you want a very quick and very unusual quest. Hello, Jeb.
Weather's been lousy lately.
Fine thing us all fleeing into the village from our farms for all the good it'll do us. Don't know how you fools can wander around in all your metal get-up in this heat. Just the price of being an adventurer, my good man. Adventurers, are you? Heh, I'll give you an adventure you won't soon forget. For a few golders, mind you. This person wants 10 gold pieces for information, and you may think that this person is basically conning us. They'll take the gold, they'll run away, or they'll tell us something completely useless. But it's worth delving further. Golders, is it? Will 10 gold pieces be enough for you? 10 golders? Nay, metalhead, this one's worth at least 30. We're going to haggle. We want to give a little less than that. You'd think I was buying iron. Will 20 gold pieces satisfy your penny lust, old man? Sure. You see those folks in town with all the chickens? 'Tis the farmer Hendrik and his wife, fled here from their lands just like I have. His daughter was a tomfool tin-head adventuring type just like you. Died young just this season past. You still with me? Good. Then I won't have to repeat myself. Not long after she died, a bunch of other tin-heads came looking for her. Said she had something of theirs. Old Hendrik just took him outside and pointed to a grave marker and told him to get the hell off his land, 'cause they had something of his, too. So that night I heard a ruckus in his hen house. Looked out the window, and there he was trying to stuff something down the gullet of one of them chickens he keeps out back. Draw your own conclusions, friend, but I'm thinking there's something a tin-head like yourself might like buried deep in the gizzard of one of them cluckers. If you can think of another reason they fled to the town with their chickens and nothing else, I'd be glad to hear it. Now clear off before you bake in them there ovens of honor you got on ya. Jeb will not leave, and we get the quest, There's a what in their chicken? This is one of the sillier quests, but the reward is really good if you're willing to go and explore. Before we go and do that quest, however, we're going to switch out the Dale's Protector from Dawn to Hexat, because Hexat is the one that's primarily using ranged combat.
I am ready.
Let's go over to here, where we will find all of the chickens and the farmers who tend to them. Note that there are 7 chickens right now. We have Enna Hendrik and Erlin Hendrik. Erlin's looking around. He's probably suspicious of the fact that we are standing right here. Let's go and say hello, shall we?
I've no time for to talk to you now.
We're just good folk fled from the outer farmlands, stranger. We ask nothing of ye other than that ye leave us be. How much are you asking for the chickens? I'll buy them off you. They are not for sale. I'm only interested in one chicken, truly. A chicken that swallowed something quite valuable. I suppose it's best not to be hanging on to it any longer. Eventually someone will come and take it from us. What can ye pay me for it, milady? We could just demand it, but I'm going to offer 50 gold pieces. I think that is more than a fair price. I'll give you 50 gold pieces for it. Aye, you're more than fair, I suppose. Take it then. Me wife and I'll find some other way to remember our daughter. One of the chickens is gone, and the quest is over. We gained an item, a single gem, a bell jaril. Normally a deep, pleasant seawater green, bell jarils periodically blaze with a glittering, winking, flashing light. However, this particular stone has a slightly different hue. Perhaps it is a new strain, rarely if ever seen before. It looks incredibly valuable. Definitely worth the 70 gold that we spent for it. Now that we've done that quest, and the farmers have just abandoned the other 6 chickens that they have, I think they're just going to stay there forever, we're going to move on and try and find Valygar. Valygar is somewhere out here. It's dangerous out here though. Good thing we're adventurers and we're not really scared of danger. We probably should be scared of a danger. This place can be quite dangerous, especially at lower levels. I believe over here is one building. Yep, here's a building. Is this where Valygar's going to be? There's only one way to find out, and that is to have a look at the map. The map says this is the ranger cabin. They did mention in that meeting that a ranger had been sent out to go and examine things. Let's see if the ranger is home. So far, nobody is here. There are quite a few things for us to loot, though. We'll just have a quick look around before we decide to go and take things. We don't want to anger the person that's here, especially if they're a ranger. I think I may have found the ranger. It looks as if a violent struggle has taken place here. Someone was killed and dragged out of the cabin. There are a few footprints in the blood. They appear to be dog or wolf prints. Curious. There is also a note. A note from Mazzy Fenton. Wallag. We travel this day to search out the wolf lair. My own scouting of the region has confirmed Morella's suspicions that there is a large pack of wolves acting in this area. On the map included, I have indicated where I believe the wolf den to be located. Follow us if you can, but be cautious. We can ill afford another mysterious disappearance. Until we meet again. Mazzy. On the same sheet is drawn a crude but effective map which indicates the path to a forested area several hours north of the Imsvale region. Curious. We're not going to need that anymore. But there are things that we can look at here. Lots and lots of tables, a few barrels, and a shelf. Alright, Hexat. Find out if there are any traps. Here I highly doubt there are. Always pays to check, though. I think we're pretty much safe. Let's have a look at everything. Here is 1 gold piece and 20 crossbow bolts that are magical. Marvellous. What are these crossbow bolts? They are bolts of lightning. They're very frightening. We'll have you equip those, and then we will put that there. There we go. Then we'll start examining everything else. What's here? Ooh, a book. It looks quite important. Let's read. Morella's journal. You skip many of the entries of times and places far removed from your current worries. Flame Rule 7. Cat G came to visit again, a sweet child, eager to learn my ways with the wild creatures. Flame Rule 12. Dark creatures roam the forests. Several townspeople have been slain by some unknown predator. Everyone seems to have their own opinion of what is doing the killing. The strangest thing is that the bodies are disappearing in the morning. This leaves me baffled, for most signs point to a pack of wolves that have been in the area for a long time. Wolves don't steal bodies. Flame Rule 13. Or perhaps I should say wolf-like creatures. At night while I've been patrolling, I've often caught shadowy glimpses of these wolves running alongside me. I've tried to attract their attention, but they ignore me. I find this most strange, as if the pack is being controlled by someone else. Years ago, I spoke with the pack leaders, and they were cordial. Now they either flee from me or, and I fear to say this, they stalk me. Flame Rule 21. It is near noon, and still the wood outside my cabin seems full of shadows. I've been hard-pressed to hear birds, and most of the larger animals have long fled. I plan to find the wolves' den this afternoon. I've drawn a map to it. All signs point to them being the culprits, but what wolves act like these? They are wolves with the cunning of men. And there is something else, a whispering in my mind. It is faint now in the waking hours, but while I sleep, I dream only of this voice and the face behind it. Whether it is connected to the voices I do not know. I suspect by the time that the sun sets tonight, I'll have answers to my questions. You certainly got answers. Unfortunately, you didn't survive to learn anything from them, or at least learn anything for long. There's also a shelf here. Good idea to go and check that. There are 20 arrows and a small amount of gold. I think we've made the money that we paid Jeb to get that information. I doubt we're going to make the money that we, there's 1 gold piece, that we paid to get the gem, but the gem is likely worth a lot more than 50 gold. Now that we've explored there, and determined that there is something really unusual going on, I'm just going to say it now that it's very likely that there are werewolves here. All of the clues in that journal point to werewolves, wolf-like creatures with the cunning of men, definitely lycanthropes. And here are some shadows. Don't worry, Lillicor, you're about to get exactly what you want because there's combat here. Let's deal with you, shall we? You shouldn't be too difficult. And provided that we... well that's not good. You have been held. Let's see about dealing with these foes quickly now, because that's not good. One of you's gone, and you can attack that one, and you'll attack this one. We don't want Terry to perish here. And we should be able to, Ooh, that's not good either. That's the second person that's been held now. We'll just, attack there. You're gonna have to start attacking as well, because only one person is currently able to, attack in melee. And that is Corgan. Well, Valygar can also attack, but not as effectively. We're still managing to get a few hits off, which is nice. And every single hit that Dawn takes is more damage that we're going to have to heal. Fortunately, there's only one more left. This did not go very well at all. Are you gone? You're now gone. Brilliant. Let's do some healing quite quickly, because ouch is all I have to say there. Ouch. You're now moving, which is good. You don't have anything that can heal you, but we'll work on regaining your health by using the healing that Valygar has. There we go. A little bit more. We have a lot of healing left over. Lots of Cure Light Wounds. We also have some potions, but I'd rather not use them right now. I think that will probably do for the time being. You could quaff a potion. I'll wait on that, though. Let's go over here and keep looking around and be mindful of the fact that that can happen if we find another group of them. That was quite precarious. Okay, nobody over here. Well, there are just some animals. The animals are not going to be a threat to us. We could attack them. It's not really going to get us very much. I doubt it'll even get us much experience, considering the level that we're at. Even a horde of bears wouldn't give us too much experience. No one over here. Nope, just some water. We're going to go up here now, and if memory serves, I'm going to want to be ready for a bit of a fight. I think a little bit of haste might do. There we go. No particular reason, just thought it might be handy as we head up here. Nobody yet?
Let us speak and be done with this.
You're one of those wizard folk looking for Valygar, aren't you? Valygar who? Liar! We'll not allow our employer to be hounded in this manner. 3 people are here. We have Derek, Ranger, and Ranger. Note that these 2 are very competent ranged combatants, and this, I believe, is actually more of a cleric than a ranger. So we're going to close the distance very quickly here. There we go. And we're going to get a magic missile to disrupt some spell casting. There we go. We failed to disrupt the spell casting, but we're doing a pretty good job of harming all these people. We'll have you fire some arrows off. That should probably do the trick. One of them's gone, and let's get rid of the second one. Spellcasting is disrupted, marvellous. Now there's only one left. And a few more hits, and you should, yep, be gone. Brilliant. Let us loot, shall we? We have some splint mail, we have a magical flail, we have some plate mail, and that's pretty much it, apart from Carrion Summons.
Leave me be.
This, I
If I
believe, is
must.
a spell that we can, yep, get learned. Marvellous.
If you say so.
I think we're on the right trail if we've had somebody try and stop us from going to this building. This building is identified as Valygar's cabin. This is quite a large cabin. Let's go in. There is
Of course.
a door here, and this door has Valygar behind it. You can go through this conversation in many different ways, but ultimately they only lead to a couple of different outcomes. Let's say hi to the person that we've been hunting.
Oh there. More cowled ones are their servants, no doubt. By the gods, I swear you'll not live to take me to that damnable sphere.
Sphere? Now that is something that we haven't heard. But let's, say that we are indeed hunting him. But we know nothing of a sphere. I'm with the wizards, but they said nothing of a sphere. What do you speak of? A planar sphere appeared in the slums of Athkatla weeks ago. My ancestor, the necromancer Lavok, built that sphere as some sort of planar traveling device. Lavok disappeared with the sphere over 5 centuries ago. It has not been seen again until now. I have no desire to meet my ancestor, and even less desire to help the Cowled Wizards, who seem certain that my body is the only key to the sphere. Alive or no. Note alive or no. Interesting bit of information. Ah yes, the mystery is finally solved. Yes, the Cowled Wizards would stop at nothing to get inside that sphere. I sympathize with their stand, of course. They tried to force my cooperation, and I was forced to defend myself and flee. I had hidden away here. Successfully, I thought, until you came. Who are you that I should believe you? How do I know you're not lying to me? I cannot prove the truth of my words, my lady, but compare my motivations to those of the wizards, and there is more. I am the last of the Korthala line. That may mean little to you, but it means plenty to Lavok. When Lavok left Athkatla in the sphere, he was already many centuries old. Lavok extended his life by stealing the bodies of blood relations. If he yet lives, you can imagine my concern. This is also why my blood may allow entrance to the sphere. We have 4 options here. We can ask about the killing of the wizards. We can ask about how he proposes to solve all of this. We can just say, we don't care and we'll take you in. Or we can say that we're only interested in the gold. We're going to ask about the fact that 2 Cowled Wizards were killed. The wizards mentioned nothing of this. You did kill 2 of their number, did you not? Aye, I did. 'Twas no murder, however. They attacked me first. I refused to cooperate with their request and fled as soon as I was able to withdraw. I care not. The Cowled Wizards have hired me, and I will do as I am bid. We could always take the body ourselves, after all, and open it and go in. I see. If you are loyal followers, then I have little choice but to fight. You shall not take me peacefully to my doom at the hands of my ancestor, of that I am certain. If you are not, however, perhaps you'll listen to more than just reason. I have a proposal for you, if you're willing to hear it out. Speak on, then. I would know your offer if you have one. We're not likely to agree to it, but we might as well hear it. My proposal is that we return to the city and enter the sphere. That way, I will know if Lavok lives. If he does, we can exterminate his ghoulish existence once and for all. You are more than welcome to whatever lies within the sphere, such as magical treasure and anything else of Lavok's. None of it interests me in the slightest. That is tempting, but we have no way to confirm if Valygar is being sincere. And also, we have 8 options of dialogue here. 8 options. We can go through things that we've already spoken of before. We could also just say this. And what is to stop me from using your body to enter the sphere myself? I have an idea of how my blood allows entrance to the sphere. I did not know how the wizards could use my dead body, but it's a secret they'll not likely tell. Nor shall I tell mine. I think we could just kill him. It's definitely an idea. We could also just say that, he could join us, which is not going to happen because he is definitely of good alignment and our party is pretty full. We could also say that he can proceed as he will. I think we're going to go with this. I refuse. I think I prefer the goodwill of the Cowled Wizards and their reward. As you wish. If that is all you care for, you'll not find Valygar a sitting target. Indeed, we won't, because Valygar is going to attack us. He's not going to be especially difficult to defeat, because we're a party of 6 people, and Valygar is all by himself. He's already lost a fair amount of his health, we're all hasted, he's going to cast a spell, he's going to move away, Valygar is dead. We have his body. We also have the Kothala family blade, and the Kothala family armor. We're going to put his body, I believe, in the bag of holding. Who is holding onto it right now? Somebody is, I just don't know. Ah, you're holding onto it. You really shouldn't be holding onto it. You don't have the carry capacity to hold on to a body. Quite heavy. This is the body of Valygar. Off you go, into the bag. We'll have a look at this armor too. It's pretty good armor, but only Valygar can use it. Armor class +2, immunity to charm, fire and acid resistance 25%, and magic damage resistance 25% as well. The weapon is also really good. It is a +2 weapon, armor class +2 versus slashing attacks, and hit target suffers 3 points of additional bleeding damage per round for 2 rounds. So every time you hit with that weapon, you deal an extra 6 points of damage. He is a 2-weapon fighter, so he does attack quite a bit. But now he doesn't attack at all, because Valygar is dead. Anything we can loot here? I think there is. Let's quickly loot, shall we? There are probably going to be traps in here. Especially here on this treasure chest. Anything? No? It's not even locked. There's not a lot in here. What about in here? Ooh, there's something. There's a spear. And over here? Anything nice? 8 gold pieces. We're rich beyond our wildest dreams, everyone. We'll have a look at that staff here. Or the spear, rather. Looks quite good. It is a spear +1. Not as good as I thought it was. Ah, well. We'll put that here. And I think we're done here for now, for the most part. Ah, everybody's getting tired. So when we come back, folks, we might as well pop back in there and have a bit of a rest. After all, Valygar's not exactly going to object, is he? And then, I think we'll leave here and go over to the hold that Nalia wanted us to go and examine. There's a good reason for us doing that. I really should have gone and done that earlier. But that will be for next time. And I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later.